Hey all, Jay McCain here, coming to you with a late night recording. It's after 11 o'clock. The rain is falling delightfully on my caravan, and I was looking at the internet, can't sleep, looking at the internet, and heard some kerfuffle about Nowacking and Chris Chan, and I was like, I don't know what the hell that means. So I decided to take a look at it, and I guess this would be me dipping my toe into Christery for really the first time. So, the official Chris Chan Twitter, April 24th. Today is 26th. Sonichu. So this is C-Chan talking as Sonichu. I've read Chris Chan and seen Chris Chan speak as Magi-Chan before, but never Sonichu. So this, as far as I know, I'm probably not the first time that Chris Chan has channeled Sonichu, but as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know right now, it is the first time. I have thoughts and feelings to share right now, and I will expect hate commentary underneath, because we know you few out of the billions of remaining people in 1218. Because we know you few out of the billions of remaining peoples in 1218. 1218, I believe, is what Chris Chan believes our dimensional number is. So we know you few out of the billions of remaining people. I mean, there are, 7.5 billion people? Anyway, I've been having to remember who, capital W, which is concerning. At this point, Chris Chan has begun to identify as a deity, which is concerning in sort of a death cult sort of a way. So I don't like that capital W. Who I am more recently, as from Mama's, Chris Chan's memories flow through at times in addition to my own. I have to learn for myself how to differentiate which thoughts were whose. So Sonichu, Magi-Chan, Chris Chan, and presumably Mewtwo all have their own thought streams that are being disentangled when Chris Chan wants to address the crowd via Twitter. Did I forget Magi-Chan? Magi-Chan, if I forgot Magi-Chan. Magi-Chan's the most important one. At least I know how I talk and sound, so it's not a major thing, but still annoying. I bet. With that said, I wish to mention that I have begun bringing the hashtag PinkBlue series, binging the hashtag PinkBlue series from hashtag Nowacking on at YouTube. So far, this has been a further eye-opener and reminder of what I've witnessed with Rosie and Roberta, as well as Mama and Christine Chan, although Christine Chan's transition was more instantaneous in comparison. So, my understanding, which is very cursory, is that Nowacking is a creator of some sort, presumably involved in the PinkBlue show on YouTube. And they're talking about transitions. So I'll have to look into this. I didn't know if did Chu become Robert? Wait. Anyway, Rosie and Roberta, as well as Mama, Chris Chan, and Christine Chan. On that, after the S-Chu balls broke apart and became our species' megastones, C-Chan, gonna shorten Christine Chan from here on, and her non-human form turned female. So, The Mega Stones. Ah, God, are these different? Has this been retconned? Is this different from the Chaos Emeralds that gave birth to Sonichu? I'm forgetting. I'll have to look that up too. God, I got a lot of research to do, huh? So that's the moment when Chris Chan turned female in her human form. Yet she still had the male parts in her human form. Okay, I don't need to know that. Sonichu Book 11, mentioned in the clip show Part 1. Fuck, I was gonna have that pulled up. Let's see. Sonichu Book 11, clip show Part 1. I was looking for it earlier, but it seems like a lot of the sites have been taken down. But I found, well, does it say anything about the clip show on here? The clip show catching up? Is that gonna be it? Taking place on August 21st, 2009, episode 24 consists mostly of flashbacks in an attempt to form an approximation of a clip show. I'm not seeing anything about gender identity. But, let's look at... This was sort of the best I could find. This is on Kiwi Farms. And I really second-guessed myself about whether this is actual Chris Chan content, because it's just so insane. I refuse to believe this is actually real. Yeah. I did it years ago while I was bored at work. That's the thing, is like, yeah, chef's kiss indeed. Okay, well, I came up with nothing there, but that was at least a fun little, interlude, right? Was it? It's late. I don't care. There was another YouTuber I found the other day that, I really overlooked. He should have been in my Christoriography 101 video, but oh well. Okay. She did the thing from between her old cock and moving the spunk into her vag. What the fuck? She did the thing from between her old cock and moving the spunk into her vag, and had to stay stuck in Sonichu form until Russell and Cynthia, I don't even know who those people are, they might be Twitterweens, were born for a few weeks. Oh my god. This is human form Chris Chan did the thing from between her old cock and moving the spunk into her... Is this self-impregnation? She did the thing from between her old cock and moving the spunk into her vag. The only way I'm reading that is that human form female... I mean, this would be a hermaphrodite. Chris Chan impregnated themselves and had to stay stuck in Sonichu form until Russell and Cynthia were born. I gotta look that up. After that, she went back to her human form, and she had to go through the similar quick process that Roberta went through. God, I gotta look up Roberta, too. But the estrogen was coming in quicker with C-Chan since her alt form was now female. And with that plot hole personally filled in anyway. So, just going ahead and saying it's a plot hole. Sounds like someone's hole got filled in personally. Watching and listening to Jesse's process and events so far has reminded and made me think again. Okay, so Jesse is Nowacking creator or artist involved with Pink Blue. And that's not my world, so I don't really know anything about that. But Nowacking is a female to male transgender, and he blocked Chris Chan because Chris Chan was commenting on a bunch of his stuff. And then, like, the trolls also decided to troll Nowacking, apparently. Thus, the block happened. And Chris Chan got blocked from a lot of, especially My Little Pony related creators, due to harassment by the trolls, you know. Then Chris Chan sought out Nowacking at a con. I forget exactly which con it was. But Nowacking wanted nothing to do with Chris Chan, and Chris Chan had prepared like a letter and a gift, but Nowacking wasn't having it. And, you know, I think everyone has the right to say, no, I don't want to deal with you, no matter what, you know. I have that right, Chris Chan has that right, to block trolls. You know, everyone has that right, is sort of my take on it. So, a year and a half later, Chris Chan's trying to campaign to get unblocked by Nowacking. But honestly, like, you can still enjoy their content, right? You don't have to be able to message them on Twitter. Like, just let them have their privacy. Oh shit, there's so much more to go. Okay. It also pinged Mama's thoughts, memories, and feelings from her body's transition so far. A number of comments I felt want to leave in supportive response, but I'm unable to do directly. Listen, no means no, man. Sorry. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. No means no. If you've been blocked from being able to leave direct messages, there's a reason for that. Like, Mama had to suffer her share of UTI moments. Ugh! Ugh. So it's on the E, estrogen. Ugh. Not to mention that, yes, Mama had become more emotional. Okay, well, listen, you can't just say that. That's not an excuse. Of which she welcomed most gratefully. She has felt better and happier in being able to better address her feelings and emotions that she had previously somewhat... Ugh, so many commas. And I use a lot of commas. So coming from me, that's too many commas. Better address her feelings and emotions that she had previously somewhat identified before the HRT. Regardless, Mama remains very much more continually content and hardly depressed at all. That's good to hear. Good. I mean, that's awesome. Even more so while on the E, Mama will likely summarize, write out, and talk about her own experiences personally later on. But onto a more, I feel, important and crucial bunch of topics here. I did not need the comma before here. There's one word left in the sentence. Mama's memory still has that one PTSD moment from at BronyCon 2018, as if it was not obvious from the tweet she made that Saturday with the shocked DJ Pawn 3 image. Semicolon. Ugh. I know the trolls, capital T trolls, which is also bad. Your villains don't need to have capital letters like that. They're not that important. Identified Jesse quick enough. Not to mention the witness in the vendor hall, capital V, capital H. Like it's Valhalla. At that moment. Mama, apparently, still has the issues, although she has moved forward for the most part, and realized and understood from that incident, capital I incident. I mean, this is narcissistic. On naming the celebs she had communicated with online as friends at the same time, July/August 2018 timeframe. Oh, what an epic shot in the foot she made there. So the mistake was mistaking celebrities with friends, and that's understandable, man. Like, I listen to so many podcasts, and I pump so many hours of these people's content into my brain in a really intimate way that I'm like, I know a lot about these people, and they don't know jack about me. And if I just, like, came up to them and communicated with them in the same way that I communicate with them, like, in my brain, you know? Because you can't listen to a podcast and not pretend you're part of the conversation, you know? I would sound like a crazy person! You know, they would call security on me because I was like, remember that one time, you know? And just, like, communicating with them as though they're friendly. Or communicating with them in a friendly way, you know, that would be inappropriate. And if you're someone like Chris Chan, you're not going to know what that appropriate level is because of the disabilities. It's no fault of your own. I understand that. And saying, oh, what an epic shot in the foot she made then, even though it's said through the third person hybrid Sonic Pikachu fictional character come to life that Christian's in a polyamorous relationship with, all that aside, that's at least a level of self-awareness right there. Or maybe not self-awareness, but awareness of some point that I think is actually commendable. And that should be appreciated. She has learned that she needed to be more cautious when talking about others online, as well as courteous and common sense untagging others who the comment is not directly addressed to when commenting below said post. So not spamming someone with being tagged if it doesn't directly relate to them, I think is what's it. This is growth! This is good. You know, there's a lot of wacky shit going on right now, but this is Chris Chan learning some social social rules for interacting on Twitter. And like, I just, you know, I don't interact on Twitter, so I can't even judge. Like, I don't have what it takes to be a Twitter person. In a small way, this is Chris Chan admitting that they were wrong, and saying how they were wrong, and saying that they're gonna learn from it, you know? That's like, this is what you do when you apologize. You're like, this is why I did that was wrong. This is what I'm gonna do in the future. And I'm sorry. And I apologize for what happened in the past, and I won't let it happen again. But yeah, Sunset Saturday at BronyCon 2018, ... Wait, let me read this with the appropriate pauses. But, yeah. Sunset Saturday at BronyCon 2018. Mama has been wanting to talk it out. Simple, direct, and calm with Nowacking on the reasoning for the negativity at the time. After all, Mama was a fan of his, but still is, regardless of that one heartbreaking moment. I also strongly state, in fact, that this is not at a crush. We lost the word there. But no, respect their privacy. No means no. They don't know you anything, man. They don't know you anything. Romantic or love feeling. As she had lost those urges, more so while on the E herself. Well, estrogen doesn't make you lose urges if you're... I don't know. Not to mention that she literally, capital H, capital S, hated sex. That's weird. That's weird. Period. For a while, during that bunch of shit with #IdeaGuy in 1718. It's, Idea Guy takes a long time to explain, but it's probably the most recent completed saga, and essentially someone or someone's was putting a bunch of really terrible ideas in Chris Chan's head. The hated sex, capital H, capital S, hated sex thing is weird to me. Did they make Chris Chan abstinent? Because this whole thing started with a love quest, and It wasn't as much about a companion so much as it was about getting laid. But anyway, moving on. Think about it. Colon. Yeah, that's an appropriate use of that. If one hated sex, capital S sex, lowercase h hated, even for a while, that obviously says a lot about how they feel about romance and the attraction. Not really. That's a really loaded sentence that doesn't make sense to anyone except for Christian, I don't think. This is also a really bad way to try and get someone to unblock you on Twitter. Also, Christian is literally married! And has been since March 26, 2018. Christian is married in Christian's mind to fictional characters. Long before BronyCon of that same year. I mean, come on, man. Like, you can't expect a YouTube creator to know the intricacies of your made-up marriage. So, shit. Yeah. Mama was never ever, capital N, capital E on never ever. Huh. Never ever going to do anything in personal approach. Okay. And always will keep personal space with others. I mean, that you got kicked out of the con for not doing that. Unless welcomed. Okay, I mean, like, or felt welcomed. Well, for a handshake or a simple hug. Let's keep it to handshakes. Actually, you know, in this, world of coronavirus, let's keep it at a 6-foot Japanese-style bow, perhaps. I feel that I've made that very clear here. And, well, actions speak louder than words. And nobody bring up at too many games of 2018. You added them! Right after you were talking about not adding people! Of 2018. So that's the one you got kicked out of. You brought it up. Mama learned heavily from that as well, and needs not a reminder of that. All right, we're almost done here, folks. Needs not a reminder of that capital O other moment that puts a PTSD in her memory as well. The first rule, capital F, capital R, of here, capital H, is that you never talk about PTSD-inducing topics. Anyway, I mean, you're the one that brought that up. Sorry, I'm trying not to get too hypey here, but I'm someone that suffers from PTSD too, and you don't see me bringing it up right now, you know. Mama's memories are pulling up that unfortunate Nowacking PTSD moment recently. I feel this would be a most appropriate and very good time for Jesse to finally sort this out with Mama. He doesn't owe you anything. Chris, I'm sorry. Just let it go. It's been more than 1.5 years now. Yeah, so let it go. I leave it up to him to manifest his method of response. That's not his responsibility. As soon as possible. I've been listening to too much Dylan Thomas stuff because I feel like I've been pretty rough. Please, Jesse, help to settle this matter and offer good tidings between you and Mama. Thanks. Bolt, bolt, bolt. So that is the latest Christian Twitter nonsense. An interesting little tidbit here is if you go to that hashtag Nowacking, and I went to Nowacking's Twitter page, and obviously he doesn't bring any of this up. Like this is under his radar, you know. He doesn't care, and rightfully so. But here, terminal CW. So quick R leader. I think this might be a member of the Christian cult. No replies, no likes, or anything. To people who have clicked on the hashtag like Gibby, Sockness might be trying to make a move. He said he was going to pull Jacoba out of Sonichu, but he lied. And to Sockness, lie again, and we will destroy your false gods from the reignited CWCR. So, that's just someone playing into the Chris Chan cult, trying to be a member, and just a weird little tangent in Christery right there. So, I think that's all I got for tonight. It's a weird thing, but anyway, have a good one. I appreciate it.